He is a son, he is a brother, he is a husband, he is a father, he's a teammate, he's a friend. And he is the MVP of the NBA 2014-2015, Wardell Stephen Curry II.
As the official automotive partner of the NBA and on behalf of all of Kia Motors America, it is my honor to present Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors with the 2014-2015 Kia Most Valuable Player Award. Congratulations, Steph. Here we go. It's heavy. Watch your shooting here.
Tremendous honor. First and foremost, I have to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing me with the talents to play this game, with the family to support me day in, day out. I'm his humble servant right now, and I can't say it enough how important my faith is to how I play the game and who I am. So. My grandma's here. We were talking about it yesterday. She used to be my commentator. She used to be Bob Fitzgerald for me. Counting down the scores. I hit a game-winning shot or whatever, and I'd stumble over and give her a high five and stuff like that. So from that beginning to be standing here in front of you today, it's an incredible journey. A lot has gone into it. A lot of great people that I've met along the way that have every bit of to do with that trophy as I do. This hasn't sunk in at all. I'm on cloud 9 for sure. Obviously, we're in the middle of a playoff run, and that's the most important thing. But today is a celebration for sure, and I want to be able to take the time to really appreciate what this means. And I got to start with my wife. We met when we were 14, 15 years old in Charlotte, North Carolina. And the last 7, 8 years have been amazing. We've both grown into adults. We've moved cross country together, started a new life, and you're my backbone. You allowed me to do what I do, to focus on basketball and my career, and still have a family. That's the sacrifices you make are unbelievable, and I can't thank you enough for who you are as a person, how you challenge me, how you inspire me every single day. We have a beautiful daughter, one on the way. She's over there smiling at me. I love you so much, and I can't thank you enough for just being there for me, day in, day out. Whether I have a good game, a bad game, we lose, we win. When I go home, things are good, and that's comforting to know. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done for me, and you deserve a round of applause for sure. Mom, Dad, they did a great job of explaining it so far, but I think it can't be understated how much my brother and I and my sister appreciate just who you are. You're the example for us. You handled a 16-year NBA career and had us 3, and you raised us the right way. Mom, you are our spiritual guidance, our disciplinarian at times, because you were around when Pops was away. Obviously, if we were in real trouble, he'd come home and take care of business. But just the way that you raised us, not taking any slack. Obviously, we knew that sports was important to us and our family, but there are priorities in life. Obviously, your faith is first and foremost. How we did in school growing up was important. If we didn't handle that business, then there were no privileges. I remember sitting out my first middle school game because I didn't handle my stuff at home. That's a pretty embarrassing moment if you go to your first middle school game and you have to tell your team, "Hey fellas, I can't play tonight. I didn't do the dishes at home." And they're like, "What? Like, what are you saying?" So just that lesson taught me there's more to life than basketball. There's obviously the most important thing is your family and taking care of each other, loving each other no matter what. And regardless if I would have played basketball or not, I know you guys love me without a shadow of a doubt. You would have encouraged me in any part of life or any path that I would have taken. So just thank you so much. And Pops, you're the example of what a true professional is on and off the court. I've had a lot of coaches that have helped me along the way. Obviously, Coach Curry, you're very humble the way that you've approached this season. We obviously had a great talented roster, but there's definitely something to say about what you and your staff have been able to accomplish in leading our group. This is a special year. The way you challenged us from day one to take advantage of the opportunity that was in front of us. We're still obviously in the middle of this path and this fight, but I'll speak for my team, but I've enjoyed this year more than any other. And obviously winning has a lot to do with that, but the preparation that you guys have brought every single day, not letting us get complacent, but not letting us get too big of a head about who we are as a team, goes a long way, and I think you're a huge reason of why we are here today, so thank you very much. Coach Brown, who's my high school coach back in Charlotte, I know he's watching. Thank you for your encouragement every single day. You got me started, and I appreciate you. And Coach McKillop from Davidson, man, he's a big reason why I have the confidence that I do, why I have the spirit about basketball and life, and it's special to know that I can represent, the Davidson basketball program up here today on this podium. To the Warriors organization, Joe, Peter, Rick, Bob, all your staff in the front office, everybody that works upstairs in the office here. Where are you, Larry? Are you here? He's the reason I'm here. He drafted me. He saw potential in me coming out of college, along with Don Nelson, obviously making those decisions. You're a big reason why I'm here, taking a chance on a scrawny little kid from a mid-major school. So just want to say thank you for believing in me. Crazy how far we've come in 6 years, but just speaking of Dub Nation, I say it all the time, we got the best fans in the league, man. You walked in our arena back in, 2009, and even before that, and you wouldn't know that this was a losing team that was well outside the playoff chase by the way that the energy in the arena was every single night. So thank you guys for the support every single night, for making us have the best home court advantage. We're going to need you tomorrow night as well to bring that spirit. We love playing for you guys, and we want to make you guys proud by bringing home a championship. And that's the ultimate goal. This is a minor checkpoint on that mission. So, we're going to make a strong push at this thing and protect Warriors ground and everything that we do. When I found out that I'd won MVP yesterday, I really didn't know what to do. We left the game. We were going back to the house, and I have a bunch of family in town, and they were being really weird from the time I got out the car, like asking me weird questions, pulling me off to different areas of the house. And I couldn't really figure it out. And then my brother comes, he's like, hey, you check something out in your closet, can you show me some shoes? And I'm like, all right, cool. So we walk in the back, and there my whole family are with this shirts on that my team at Under Armour made. And I couldn't really read what it said at first. And they all walk in, and they have the cameras out, and they're just with the cheesiest smiles you could ever imagine, like just with their phones. And I'm looking at Seth, I'm looking at everybody, like, what's going on? Like, I got some on my shirt, or something. I don't know what's going on. So I look, and my sister kind of points down. I'm like looking, and they all had basically how they're related to me. My husband is SC30, and at the bottom in yellow font it said MVP. And I couldn't read it at first, so I kind of take a further glance. I'm like, wait, what? Like, for real? They just break down crying and hugging, and it was a great moment that I'll remember for the rest of my life. But after that, I kind of just went and sat in a chair in the corner and just kind of thought, about the journey. It was an emotional 10 minutes, just sitting there thinking about all the people that have helped me along the way. There were obviously good times and bad times, times I wanted to shut it down, and times where you realize that all the hard work that you put into it was worth it. And it just made me realize how blessed and grateful I really am to be in this position, on this platform, to be able to impact so many people across the world by just trying to be myself. My wife and I were sitting trying to think about what I was going to say today and kind of what the message would be, and we came up with kind of 4 ideals that describe the journey the best way I know how, and that's faith, passion, drive, and will. Obviously, my faith is I want to use this opportunity to shed light on who I am and what drives me to play the way that I do. I do a little sign on the court every time I make a shot or make a good pass, and I pound my chest and point to the sky, and it symbolizes that I have a heart for God, something that my mom and I came up with in college, and I do it every time I step on the floor as a reminder of who I'm playing for. And people should know who I represent and why I am who I am. And that's the passion part is where my love for the game was bred. And I kind of got an ultimate paradox for a story. I'm the son of a 16-year NBA veteran. I remember a lot of his career. I was blessed to have a family that we never really struggled when I was growing up, thanks to my dad and his career. We had the means to do a lot growing up, but you would think that my future was set based on that fact, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. I was always the smallest kid on my team. When it comes to basketball, I was always the smallest kid on my team. I had a terrible, ugly catapult shot from the time I was 14 because I wasn't strong enough to shoot over my head, and I had to reconstruct that over a summer, and it was the worst 3 months of my life. You'd think there were no hurdles or obstacles that I had to overcome, but even when I got to high school, I wasn't ranked. I wasn't ranked. I wasn't highly touted as a high school prospect. I had nobody really running, knocking on my door saying, please, please, please come play for our school, until Coach McKillop called. And everything happens for a reason, and there's a story to everything. And if you take time to realize what your dream is and what you really want in life, no matter what it is, whether it's sports, whether it's in other fields, you have to realize that there's always work to do, and you want to be the hardest working person in whatever you do, and you'll put yourself in position to be successful. And you have to have a passion about what you do. And basketball was mine, and that's what's carried me to this point. Part of that passion is the drive to keep pushing on, and that's with who you're surrounded by. These 14 guys sitting on the stage right here. You guys push me every single day. I'm grateful to have this team behind me. This is not possible without you guys. I want everybody to get a fingerprint on that so I can remember, who I rolled with during this year. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. I talked about faith, passion, obviously the drive of the guys that I've been around and the guys that surround me every single day. But a part of that is having the will to succeed. Knowing that you put the work in and have the confidence to let it show. What I tell people is just be the best version of yourself in anything that you do. You don't have to live anybody else's story. Sometimes people make it seem like you have to have certain prerequisites or a crazy life story in order to be successful in this world. But the truth is you really don't. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, what you lack, what you have too much of, but all you need to have is faith in God, an undying passion for what you do or what you choose to do in this life, and a relentless drive and the will to do whatever it takes to be successful and whatever you put your mind to. Make sure you live in the moment and work your butt off every single day. And I hope I inspire people all around the world to just be themselves, be humble, and be grateful for all the blessings in your life. And I'm truly honored to be your MVP this year. Thank you very much.
So, watching since my rookie year, the way you've grown and how, everybody's taking notice, like, all these endorsements you get and stuff. Like, you're about to get a lot more now. It's crazy, but, Luke is like one of my main guys, and I talk to Luke all the time just about his journey with Kobe and, with the Lakers and championship and stuff. And one thing that, one of the answers I got out of Luke is, when Kobe won MVP, they all got watches, and you keep mentioning us like, we're a part of this. So I was just wondering what our gift was.
That's a great question, Draymond. I warmed you guys up with the PlayStations last week. That wasn't good enough, though. I understand. That gift was to buy me some time until this announcement, and now I can up the level of the gift before we get out of here in June. So don't worry. I don't know what kind of watches they were, but I'll beat that gift.
Next question.
I understand that you are donating that Kia over there to the East Oakland Youth Development Center. I wanted to ask you why you chose them and how important it is for you to give back to the community?
It's very important. We have a community that supports us, whether fans can get to games or not. They wear our uniforms. They look up to us. We're huge figures in the community, so we have a huge voice, and we want to be able to use it. Whether it's in a situation like this and being able to donate a car to an organization that helps the youth in the community getting to and from appointments and educational opportunities and helping out certain families in need. Those four wheels over there can do a lot of good. And so it may be a small gesture in a sense, but it's an opportunity to impact somebody's life. And I'm appreciative of that. I've done a lot of stuff in the community, both here in the Bay Area, back home in Charlotte, over in Africa with the fight against malaria, all that kind of stuff, and it's important because we live in a nice little bubble of playing basketball, but there's some real world issues that are going on, and if we have a voice and we can impact those issues and change somebody's life or make an impact for good, we got to be able to do it.